guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is my first video after hitting 10,000 subscribers. I want to thank you guys all so much for your support, for being a part of this journey. I would have never imagined to have made it to this milestone as soon as it did, but we are here and it's all thanks to you guys. I'm going to a regular routine. I have lots to study for, cleaning my room, maybe going to go to the gym. And across the day, I'm going to be answering your questions that you guys have left me on Instagram and YouTube, just so you guys can know me a little bit better. So on that note, let's go start our morning. Alright, so I just spent about an hour and a half working on my studies of religion notes. So since I've done a little bit of study today, I wanted to answer some of your questions on study. The first question is, how do you study and what motivates you? The biggest thing that motivates my study is just self-improvement. Life is just always constantly learning new things, and so I spend a lot of time learning how to learn and refining that process. Now when it comes to how I study, I like to go through content first. It's even better to go through content before class. That way you have some sort of pre-understanding that might not be fully created yet, but it's there, and that will be built up when you go through it in class and in the future. For memorizing content and applying it, practice exam questions are your best friend basically. It's the most efficient way to see how content is being tested and how you can apply content in an exam context. And if you really want to test your understanding of concepts, what I do, and I think works the best for me, is teaching my notes out. Teaching my notes really tests how I'm able to explain something and how much I understand of it, because the bigger understanding you have of something, the more condensed and simpler you're able to put it in a way that other people can understand. The next question is, how do you stay active and productive despite academic burnout? Even if it seems counterintuitive, Having regular opportunities for rest and lowering your expectations of yourself is the best way to curb burnout. For me, I take the time out of my week regularly to go to the gym or just play guitar or play piano to give my mind a break and not feel too overwhelmed by work or school. And what I mean by lowering your expectations, it can be really hard when you're burnt out to find the motivation to just get up and study. So really make your goals small, because at least you'll be able to start. Even if you don't continue, that's okay. But if you give yourself a goal of just maybe revising 15 to 30 minutes of study or answering 2 practice questions and leaving it at that, it's better than doing nothing, and it will help you build yourself back up. And our last study question is your favorite websites for school. Now, the website that I use the most is Microsoft Copilot. Now, I don't use AI to do my work for me. I don't ask it to make essays or write stories and copy and paste it and just submit the work like that, because that really just amounts to nothing. I use it to do things like explain concepts to me, which I will obviously fact check with my own research. I also use it to create ideas for me if I'm feeling pretty stuck. And one of the most helpful things is having it create practice questions for you. Alright, so that was our little study Q&A. So let's continue with the rest of our day. Alright, so it's about late afternoon. I've done a little bit of study, I've eaten, and I want to answer some questions regarding some YouTube things on the channel. So our first question is, what made you start vlogging / who is your inspiration? I started making vlogs back in 2017, just being inspired by all the vlogs that I was seeing online. I just wanted to share my life. I wanted to show a unique perspective of a high school student, bring you guys along how I would study and how I would balance life. And that's kind of the motive that I brought with me up until today. I was initially inspired by a YouTuber called Kai Notebook. He used to do a bunch of chill life vlogs of him just, studying, going shopping, cleaning his room, making breakfast, stuff like that. But as I started exploring and finding other content creators like me, I found a fellow Sydney content creator named Tatsuki, whose style I really liked, and he really balanced it with that no talking, chill vibe with the personal, get to know me, creative kind of side to it. And from that point on, I kind of drawn from his style and the way he creates his vlogs into my own, and it's eventually come to a unique style that I can call my own. The next question is, how do you edit / what is the favorite video that you edited? Now, I might save this whole how I edit for a separate video, but really I focus on bringing that chill coffee shop kind of vibe. I've changed my color grading up to be a lot more warm now. I've been using a lot of bossa nova music. Sound effects are so important, as well as text up on the screen. I'm always looking for something to capture just the tiny little things that I can frame with my camera, even if it's just within my house. It's just finding the beauty in those small little things that I like to capture and incorporate into my vlogs. Now, for my favorite video I've edited, I think it would be my weekend study vlog. Whilst the content of it really wasn't anything special, it was the first time that I really experimented with my editing, found a color grading that I liked, used a lot more sound effects. Even while I was filming it, that's when I started thinking about, oh, how can I change this shot up? I even put my phone on my ceiling fan to get like an overhead shot. Can I get close-ups of this? How can I frame that? It really opened up the way that I recorded and how I filmed and edited my videos, and it was kind of that marker that characterized the rest of my style and how it developed from that video. And our last question for this YouTube segment is, do you have any advice for new YouTubers? My biggest piece of advice is just to experiment, and something that I've learned only recently to help you find that click when you're experimenting is to really think through the perspective of your viewers. It was something I really struggled with, but if you're able to shift your perspective to make all your creative decisions reflect on how you would perceive it as a viewer, it will really change the way that you make your content. Or just thinking about your thumbnails and titles, would I really click that video? Is that thumbnail engaging for me? And if I saw it in a field of bunch of thumbnails and videos, would I personally click on that? Or would this title be something that I'm actively searching for? Once you start to think through that lens, you'll be a lot more critical about your content and have a better sense of direction on where to head and what is working for you. Alright, so it's about 6 p.m. I'm going to get ready for the gym. Might slip in some study if I can to see what I can get done, but let's go. Alright, so we're back at home. It's pretty late at night, but we had a really good gym sesh, especially after being away from the gym for a bit. Now before I clean up and head off for the night, I'm going to answer some of your just general questions on life. The first question is, how can I stay consistent and disciplined? / how do you manage to balance chores, schoolwork, fun, social, and working out? I am very routine based. I don't like to do things spontaneously. I personally work in my head and also on scheduling tools in time frames. So usually I break up every time I come home from school at around 4 o'clock. Then I have 2 time slots, 5 to 7 and 7 to 9, that I can put anything that I want. From 5 to 7 I study, from 7 to 9 I work out, or that might be 5 to 7 study for this assignment, and from 7 to 9 study for another. It's really helpful because I like the routine that school gives me and the schedule of everything. So similar to how there's period 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5, breaking up my day into those periods helps me stay on track and organized with what I need to do. Another thing is to also write down your plans and sort them out by priority, so you know which ones are easy to complete, which one is very urgent to get done, so that way you can easily organize what you need to do and when. The next question is, how long have you been dancing? I only started dancing about September 2024. My dance studio now I was introduced to by my friend, and there was a K-pop course for their showcase during that time, so I signed up for ENHYPEN's Brought the Heat Back. After doing that and I got to know the studio a little bit better, I took a hip-hop showcase course for the end of the year, which you guys saw on my channel, and recently I've just been focusing on hip-hop foundations and looking forward to moving to choreo classes soon. One of you guys asked something you want to pursue in the future. Since I only picked it up recently, I want to continue working on dance. The great thing about my studio, it just feels so judge-free. Everyone's just themselves and enjoying each other's company and rooting each other on, which I really like. There's a lot more opportunities for me to grow, and I want to really work on getting to those opportunities soon, whether that's taking more advanced classes, doing more showcases, or even participating in dance battles when I'm ready. I just want to push myself and challenge myself in this new hobby. Next question is, what is your dream career? I'm still quite divided between what career I want to get into, but I have about 3 main ones that I'm thinking of. The first one is architecture. I know that it's a very stressful course, but it's also very rewarding. I think just the combination of creativity and technicality is something really good for me and something I work well with. The next option would be aviation as a commercial pilot. I've loved the thought of being a pilot as a kid, and just being able to travel and fly planes is just a big passion of mine. But really the biggest drawback for me is the cost of licensing and the cost of courses that really hold me back from considering it. The last one, which is also maybe the most realistic, is anything in videography/media. As you can see, I've been editing videos and creating content, so doing something in that field, whether that's in advertising or working with companies, I think I'd really enjoy. More as a creator over, like a worker on set, having my own creative freedom and leading my own creative visions to work with companies and work with brands. I think that would be a really fun and enjoyable experience that already reflects something that I've been doing for quite some time. And the last question for the night is, do you have any other goals for YouTube? I have some exciting plans for this channel. We've been growing super fast, and I am building my little community, so hello to all of you guys. So I'm considering branching out to making some channel merch. So you might have seen my stationery vlog, and I've noticed I use a lot of different stationery when it comes to studying. So I want to make my own post-it notes, notebooks, maybe whiteboards, pens for you guys to use, and I think it would be a great way to help expand this channel. But otherwise, thank you guys again so much for 10,000 subscribers and for all your support and meaningful comments. Reading them really makes my day and fuels me to keep doing what I'm doing, all for you guys. So I wish you all the best, and I will see you guys in the next one. So take care, bye bye.